Before the video begins, I do want to bring up the fact that a lot of the shots that you're going to see in here is with my new camera. Unfortunately, I tried using my old microphone, but partway through my microphone died, so I apologize for the audio. I tried to fix all that in post, but hopefully you guys all understand. And I am getting back more and more into this whole editing thing, so thank you guys so very much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I need a disguise, so... So why not? Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy TheGamingTrouge here, and you guys are probably wondering, Trouge, what do you need a disguise for? Well, after the battleground against the Sonic and Goku fans, trying to make myself back to my normal living space, it dawned on me that I haven't actually talked about a franchise that kind of started the whole platformer genre. And despite my love for all the games in the series, I mean, I've played a good chunk of games on stream, I never decided to do a full episode dedicated to one. But when can I talk about 3 of anything? I mean, just take a look at these Reese's right here. Reese's are basically 3 in 1. That is super crazy. But what else can I talk about that has 3 in 1 with it starring everyone's favorite platformer? Ah! Well, this is way crazy. Super Mario All-Stars is my favorite way of playing the first 4 Super Mario games. It wasn't as flashy as the Sonic Mania Collection Plus, but it still holds a special place in my heart as one of my favorite ways of playing these games. And for years, I've been wanting a similar game, but with the 3D titles of the series. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. And maybe Galaxy 2, but I'm not picky. But then, one year changed everything. 2020.
Fire Nation.
2020, the year of Watermelon Sugar, a song so crazy that it closed half the world. Of course, with all the stay-at-home protocols, Nintendo couldn't go as crazy as they wanted to with gaming this year, but we made the best of it with Smash Bros. DLC and Jump Force releasing on the Switch, which, by the way, try Jump Force, it's a way good game. But all this year, we were wondering, what was Mario's 35th anniversary game? For the 25th anniversary, we had Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo on a Wii disc, which was actually pretty cool, but it didn't make its way to the shop, so it's kind of 50-50. But then for the 30th anniversary, they released Super Mario Maker, allowing you to make your own levels from any 2D Mario game, and this is heckin' cool. I really want to dive into this game, especially its sequel that released on Switch, adding more stuff. So what crazy game did Nintendo want to make for the 35th anniversary? Maybe a Mario Museum with Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2, and 3D World?
How about freaking no?
Well, in September of 2020, you know, the year of Cyberpunk 2077, Nintendo showed off a bunch of Mario games and a Nintendo Direct for Mario's anniversary, like 3D World getting a port with an expansion called Bowser's Fury, and then we get it. Yes, Super Mario 64, yes, Sunshine, yes, Galaxy, yes, they are doing it, yes!
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
They're finally doing it! The port of my dreams! This is gonna be amazing!
Super Mario 3D All-Stars will launch on September 18th. A limited-run retail edition and a digital edition of the game will be available for a limited time until the end of March 2021.
What the heck does that mean? Why make this a limited edition? Okay, no matter. It's dropping in 2 weeks. I wonder what everyone's thinking! Yeah, 3D All-Stars was panned across the board as Nintendo's big next mistake in 2020. They did make some weird choices with the Directs that a lot of people kind of hated on, and a lot of people were getting upset over the ports that were 60 bones, but 97% of the time, I have to disagree because they're a completely new audience for the Nintendo Switch. They can sell it at full price and everyone is okay with it. The general population's okay with it. I mean, I don't see PlayStation fanboys freaking out that Spider-Man PS4 is still full price in 2023 on PC.
Oh gosh, I didn't know how reckless the Spider-Man community was. Oh, I had to shave my entire face. They didn't even know it was me. But then all of a sudden they figured out that, yo, that's the loser that was talking about crap about Spider-Man. So without further ado, let's just get right into this game and see if it's super bad getting shot over by the Spider-Man community. Man, just every community's on my back. I feel like I'm John Wick.
Super Mario 3D All-Stars is actually a pretty good collection, all things considered. Let me explain. First off, we have the 3 games and the 3 games OSTs. I felt like they probably should have been a little bit more, but honestly, this is actually a pretty solid collection of games, and you'll probably gain more entertainment out of these 3 games anyway. But come on, I would have killed for some concept art of these games or like some behind the scenes stuff. Like try to make this as much as an anniversary trial like the Where We Play. But regardless, I feel like that this is a pretty solid menu, all things considered. Let's start up with Super Mario 64. Okay, clearer visuals, I like that. The button placement takes me a little bit to get used to on Nintendo Switch controls, so I kind of do prefer the 64 controller. But you know what? It's actually pretty solid, what can I say? However, this was the Japanese version too, which added Rumble, but took out all the fun glitches that you can do. So basically, this is kind of the dumbed down version. Why not just add in Rumble with the original ROM? It couldn't be that hard. This kind of reminds me of the whole debacle with a lot of fans with another franchise, Halo Anniversary. Well, basically, that version of the game was just the PC version, so a lot of the fun glitches you can't really do. But in actuality, I feel like the general population isn't going to know if you can do glitches or not, but this is definitely a way of playing Super Mario 64. I mean, it's still super fun, and if you don't really care about glitches all too much, it's still a fun version of the game. Now with Super Mario Sunshine, this was the game that was kind of updated the most, as in after this game release, Nintendo allowed you to actually use your Nintendo GameCube controller for this game, which this was actually pretty fun and pretty nostalgic going back and playing it. Sorry to date this a little bit, but at the time of this recording, I'm actually doing a full stream series of playing this game on my Twitch page, and honestly, this is still the best version of this game bar none. You get nice widescreen visuals, it looks a lot nicer on modern displays, you can play with the Nintendo GameCube controller, which feels very nice like I said, and overall, this is just the main reason to get this game, because Nintendo doesn't really re-release GameCube games all that often. I say all that often, and yet they released this. But honestly, if you haven't played Super Mario Sunshine, this is legit one of my favorite platformers of all time. I wouldn't put it at the top or anything like that. I mean, it is one of my favorite Mario games. But overall, in terms of my favorite platformers, it's definitely in my top 3. And like I said, the 3D All-Stars is the best way to experience this. It has the best ways of playing the game. And overall, this is just the main reason of buying this collection. Next to Super Mario Galaxy, which holy cow, they actually got a game that relied on motion controls to work without them. Kind of. So if you play this game with the Pro Controller or the Joy-Cons, you still have to use the motion in order to use the star bits. So if you use any kind of a third-party controller, it's not going to really work. But regardless, this is still one of the best ways of playing Super Mario Galaxy. Like, holy cow, this game cleans up nice. And allowing this one button to spin attack, this is legit one of my favorite ways of playing this game. Honestly, half of this package is just super good. I have no complaints. And I do have plans on going into these games in depth in the future, but for this collection, like, holy cow, these last 2 games are just beautiful. No complaints with either one of these games. Now here comes the question, why was this game panned? Why did everyone that played it didn't really care about it? And that's because I felt like a lot of people's expectations were a lot higher with this product in particular, the limited release, and the fact that there's not really much stuff inside of the games. But honestly, I don't think I need that with these Mario games. There's definitely way better collections out there. Like, the 3D All-Stars doesn't even compare to the original All-Stars in my opinion, but in all honesty, it doesn't need to. It can stand on its own as one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch because it has 3 of my favorite games of all time. Sure, Mario 64 is not my favorite version of Mario 64, but this game has been passed around so much, it's basically the new Doom at this point, basically trying to put it on everything. Nobody's a sheep for liking this collection, and nobody's a jerk for honestly having some pretty big critiques. This did come out in 2020, the year of Luca, the worst Pixar film ever. I'm glad that I have this collection, and the Nintendo Switch for that matter, because despite it being limited edition or whatever, I like what's inside this cart way more than just its value because it's rare or because it's valuable now. As I sit here with a clean-shaved mustache and beard, now it comes to my decision. Should I actually show myself, show my true self? Should I be able to eat this entire packet of Reese's by myself? Well, as I monologue to myself, I have to ask the question, can I do it? Can I shove it all the way in? Okay, probably not. Special thanks to Cat Chef for sponsoring me on Patreon. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, link is in the description down below.